say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA. Action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. As the season starts to take shape, there is no better time to check in and see how the rookie race is looking. Some first-year players making big impressions early on in the season, and we'll monitor them to see who will be in prime position to take home the Rookie of the Year award. He's a ways down the ladder if the award was given out today, but there's still time in this season for him.
And we've really got a tremendous group of rookies this year. It's going to be exciting to see them vying for the coveted award.
Well, I tell you, the depth is really impressive when you look at the quality of these rookies, just as you said, and they all will be trying to make their name in the NBA. Your rookie year can... say a lot about who you are as a player and what you're made of.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Then there's Pirtle. Then there's Desmond Bane. And it's Waters in at the 1 spot. And for the Rockets, the franchise is out there with Miller. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then there's Pokusevski. And it's Watson in at the 3. We've seen it already this season, and P has an elevated intent to win. Anytime he's matched up against one of the league's power teams. You know what? He loves these kind of challenges.
And let's give MP credit. He has walked the walk. The tougher the competition's been, the better they've been. This team is behind MP all the way, and the leadership he provides, they're not afraid of anybody.
And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now, here's Banchero. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Here's Bane, coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Barnes outside. The Rockets pull it in. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
It's good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's Hall. Pass to Banchero. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You can't leave Banchero open from three either because he makes shots from everywhere.
And Clark, the Rockets just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Here's Hall, following the score by Jakob Poeltl. Close the alley-oop. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Ime Udoka for a minute. Coach had praise for one of the opponents tonight, the versatile Scotty Barnes. He told me Scotty's somebody that can do it all. He can score, pass, rebound, and defend multiple positions. And that's rare for a player his age. So, Kevin, Scotty's still growing as a player.
Thank you, David.
No stopping Banchero that time. I mean, he just muscles his way through the foul.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And from the line, he's knocking it down about 71% of the time, and that's a percentage that needs to go up.
I think it's been a struggle for him at the line. He's been scuffling this season. I mean, he's pretty well below the percentage that he shot a season ago, and not quite sure why.
Hall passes to Miller. And Poeltl pulls it down. Raptors trail by 6. On the wing, Barnes. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. 5 to shoot. Barrett kicks to Barnes. Fires the 3. Hits the three-point foul. Barnes has got 5 now.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Hall. His last outing, he had 24 points. The Rockets again can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Barnes up top. Defended by Pokusevski. That ties it up.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Here's Hall. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
The Rockets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. That's good from Hall. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That misses, so he splits the free throws. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Oh, that's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here is Poeltl. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Toronto working the ball around now. Screen by Poeltl. Waters can't get it to go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Dick with the steal. Pass to Barnes. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Houston making a switch here. Reeves is checked in, and Toronto making a change here. End up going with a whole new group. Santi Aldama's checked in for the Raptors. Bain comes in for R.J. Barrett. We've got Bankero. Miller is out there with the franchise. Then there's Pokuševski. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here's Walter. Aldama, and Aldama slams it in.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Just 2 to shoot. Here's Hendricks. Off target from three-point range. Here's Hall. And he goes in for the dunk.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey guys, the franchise in the last game against the Hornets did some very solid work. He scored 24 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. And he was pretty much big everywhere, doing a little bit of everything. He had a strong all-around game. Is a repeat performance in the cards? We'll see. Guys.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Toronto with the ball. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in. Out to the right wing. Watson, the pass to Banchero. And there's the drive. And finished off by Banchero.
Banchero's got such a smooth game for a guy so big and powerful. Moves extremely well and has deceptive speed, too.
Here's Walter. He had 15 points last outing. It's Payne atop the key. Here's Walter, defended by Hall. And Toronto turns it over again.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Rockets leading by 8. To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Hall's got 6 here in this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Payne, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Porter's checked in for Houston. Barnes hits them both. We've seen the league, Clark, crack down on physical play more and more over time.
You know, I think in general that's a good trend and direction and change. The game was extremely physical and rugged in the early 80s and even into the early mid-90s. But things change, and I think the change is for the better. It's about player safety and protecting players, so I think it's a good thing overall. Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Shots good by Miller.
To me, one of the things that separates Banchero
Houston Rockets sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Houston Rockets.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
And looking at the players of the month, here are the winners from each conference. Looking at the East, Ja Morant.
Well, Ja Morant has certainly been one of the most exciting guys to watch. The athleticism, are you kidding me? Never passes up an opportunity for a big play, but also does the other stuff. Control the pace, run the offense. He's the complete package.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by the franchise.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. Then it's Barrett. Then there's Desmond Bane. And it's Waters in at the point guard. And a wide open look for Bane. Gets a very good look and converts. Bane's got the first bucket of the third here for Toronto. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the drive and kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Raptors moving the ball around. Barnes can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Pass to Bane. Pirtle with a screen on Miller. Bane for three. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got his fifth rebound in this one.
Yep, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Here's Hall. 17 points in the game. And Bane pulls it down. And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. 15-point game. Here's Barrett. And that'll be two free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And have to admire how hard Barrett goes. This kind of assertiveness is what makes defenders feel uneasy.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. Rockets leading by 14. Here's Hall. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Lets it go with the three. It's rebounded by Barrett. Raptors trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Hall, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Barrett with the bounce pass. Birtle sets the pick for Barrett. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. The Rockets pull it in. Banchero's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hall passes to Pokusevski. That shot off the mark. Good D by Barnes. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Here's Hall. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Watson's shot is good.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Waters passes to Barnes. Here's Waters. Pass to Barrett. Here's Waters. Guarded by Hall. And the basket by Waters. Waters got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Lobbed up there for Miller. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Barnes passes to Waters. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Barnes. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And Barrett gets it to go.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Houston with a big group substitution here. Wagner's checked in for... Pokusevski. Amen Thompson comes in for Banchero. Grant, he's checked in for Miller. And Shepard subbed in for the franchise. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter of the game. Now, here's Watson. Barrett covering. Baseline try. Watson's shot is good. Watson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Dick, that's good. Dick's got 5 now. And so it's Watson who will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. High post try, and he knocks down the jumper.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more...
They've got Grant. Wagner is out there with Amen Thompson. Then it's the franchise, and it's Miller in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Here's Walter. Pass to Aldama. Now Dick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Walter. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Pokusevski's checked in for the Rockets. Paolo Banchero comes in for Thompson. And Clark watching Amen Thompson. He is just a different kind of athlete.
He sure is, boy. Special as an athlete. And we've got some of the greatest athletes in the world across the NBA. He's smooth, he's explosive, he's fluid, well coordinated. Seems like he just kind of floats in the air. It's special to watch him do his thing.
Rejected by Hall. And that's a foul called on Santi Aldama. That is his first foul of the game. Houston leading by 19 points. Kicks it out to Banchero. Pass to Hall. Here's the floater. Toronto grabs the miss. Baines got 4 rebounds in this game. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Desmond Bain.
At the line for your Rockets, Paul taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Raptors making a switch here. Waters is checked in. Both good from the line that time. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
So it's Toronto now. The Rockets making the shot. Clock at 6. Back to Aldama. Pokusevski grabs the miss. Pokusevski's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Banchero outside. Drills it from outside.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Toronto, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Here's Waters, defended by Hall. And the dunk by Dick.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And here's Houston. They're on a 12-3 run. Kicks it out to Banchero. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
So for the Rockets, Pollard, he's checked in for Pokusevski. Hardy comes in for Grant, and Porter subbed in for Miller. And Clark, if you look at the NBA's draft combine, prospects now required to participate in drills and in other testing to be eligible for selection.
I like that, Kevin. I really do. I mean, it's part of being a professional. You can't just opt out of things because your agent says you should or you don't feel like it. This is a professional business, so there should be some standards and accountability. And I think it goes hand in hand with the push for parity. It ensures equal access to the information that will enable all teams to make informed decisions on draft day. So I like it. I really do.
Now let's find out the news on Taylor Hendricks. David, what's the update?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer of the Raptors was able to give me an update. He said it's a hyperextended shoulder and that they've got ice on it now to try to bring down the inflammation. Right in the thick of the season, this is a major blow. We'll see how this group of players responds going forward. Back to you guys.
Here's Hall. Reeves outside. Pass to Hall. Puts the move on. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's good from Hall.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Brandon Miller, he's checked in for the Rockets. To the middle, and stolen by Miller. Here's Hall, covered by Barnes. Pokusevski, the pass to Hall. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Raptors are gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Birtle sets the pick for Barrett. Pass to Waters. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Second personal foul. 4th team.
That one is off.
The Raptors. Scotty.
Good on the second free throw.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the franchise.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Thompson passes to Hall. Thompson, a screen on Bain. Hall, no good. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Bain kicks to Barrett. Back to Bain. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Bertle's shot is off.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Thompson, a screen on Barnes. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Bain with the steal. Barrett against Reeves. Barnes screen on Reeves. Barrett wide open. He fires. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And pick and roll is huge in today's game. Barrett realizing what to do in those sets.
Here's Hall. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
So we see Houston taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control.
Another game, another win. Back to work tomorrow. Way to bring home that W.